Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. I'll say thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Tony. Thanks so as always for sharing the broadcast. Good morning, Dan, coming in from Buford, and Tony coming in from Florida. Good morning, Jan. I'll bet you're over in your nest, Jan, and Dan. Good morning. Let's see here. Good morning, Shauna. Wonderful to see you here today. Y'all melt my butter too. Anyway, yeah, we're here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Pepper has once again come up with some more, with another card for us today. Yes, she is still sound asleep. The baby making has been rough for her last night. That baby would not stop moving. I hear they don't stop moving once they come out of the womb either, and I guess that's when I'll have to deal with it. But until then, I just want to say thank you so much to Pepper for being for doing this for doing this very important work of making up these cards. Anyway, I'm going to pull that card that Pepper has made up for us. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are going to be building into our own lives, changing up our own understanding, giving ourselves a perspective, a new and unique perspective on life that perhaps we didn't have before, and ultimately helping us to achieve our goals. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck and say that today I am industrious. I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. So I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. Are you industrious? You are industrious. You dedicate your time and resources effectively. I'm going to write that down in the comments. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That I am industrious. Chance beat me to it. That I dedicate my time and resources effectively. You know, every time I hear somebody talk about how they don't have time to do one thing or another, I'm always reminded of the fact that we all have 24 hours in a day. Each and every one of us has exactly 24 hours. And the fact is that some people dedicate their 24 hours to things that they want to do more readily than others. And so it's never a matter of not having time. It's always a matter of making sure that our priorities are correct. It's always a matter of not just not prioritizing that thing. And even more so than not prioritizing it, it's also a matter of focusing on things that we are good at versus focusing on things that we are not good at. And so whenever I look at my own life and I wonder why my own goals are not moving forward as fast as I want them to, because they never are. And I'm sure that even if I achieved them all tomorrow, I would just create new goals, and that those goals would also not be moving forward as fast as I wanted them to, because that's just a part of the human condition. But whenever I look at my own output, my own productivity, uh, I, uh, I have to ask myself, am I dedicating my time and resources effectively? Am I doing the right thing? It's oftentimes it's not about doing things right. It's about doing the right thing. It's about making sure that at every given moment that what we're doing is the most effective thing that we could be doing at that moment. And that's a matter of understanding our strengths, of understanding what we're good at. And there are two mentalities in this world. The one mentality is that we should shore up our weaknesses by getting better at those things, and the other mentality is that we should play to our strengths because we are far more effective at doing the things that we're strong at. And I found that, at least in my life, it's best for me to play to my strengths and to outsource my weaknesses, to pivot my life away from the things that I'm not good at, or to find somebody else who is good at those things, and to find a way to barter or pay them to do the things that I'm not good at, so that I can focus on the things that I am good at. Because I find that whenever I focus on the things that I am good at, that my dreams, my goals, my ambitions move forward a lot faster. And I think that that's a very important lesson in life, that being industrious is about being, it is about making sure that we are dedicating our time and our resources in a way that serves us, and dedicating our time, of course, by doing the things that we're good at. Also, dedicating our time by making sure that we are always giving ourselves time for rest. Yeah, ever since about Christmas of last year, my head has felt like it's been in a soup. I feel like I have. I feel like I've dealt with a. I've been dealing with like a lingering issue that has been diminishing my capacity. And I was talking with Pepper about it the other day, about how frustrating it is to know that I'm capable of doing more than I'm doing, but when I sit down to work, having difficulty focusing, having difficulty doing the stuff that's most important to me, and then watching as, of course, as I fall off schedule for the stuff that really I like to do, that I think that needs to be done in this world. And and the fact is that, she said to me, she said, well, even when you are sleeping a lot, it's really important because that's the thing that allows you to recover. That's the thing that allows you to get back to 100%. And so it's really important as we look at this card to realize that sometimes rest is the most important thing that we could be doing in any given moment. Boy, I know a lot of people who are just absolute workaholics and who stop working when they fall asleep. And I think that you know that all of us have probably run into people who literally just stop working when their body gives out. But then the the flip side of that is that we're is that this when we do that is that we're always working at diminished capacity, is that we are consistently working, um, that we're consistently working without all of our cylinders firing because we're only sleeping when it's physiologically necessary. I find that getting enough sleep at night, even when it's a lot more sleep than I normally get, which as of recently it has been, but getting enough sleep is something that allows me to have more life, because the time that I am awake, I'm more focused, I'm more alert, I'm more capable of doing the things, maybe things that I've never done before. And my life is an exercise in doing things that I've never done before. One day rarely looks like the next day. And so I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. I'm always looking for tools to allow me to do that, to help me to organize my efforts, to organize my energy more than anything else. Energy is a resource, and when we are energetic, it allows us to accomplish so much more. And so today, as we go through our day, let's make sure that we are dedicating time to doing the things that are most important to us. Let's not get so lost in the weeds of our lives, and and let's make sure that that we take some time to just maintain that clarity as to what is most important. Otherwise, we'll wake up one day and wonder where all the time went, and then ask ourselves, well, what did we fill it with? Because ultimately, we all do have 24 hours in a day, and those 24 hours are quite precious. Susan says, "Let sleeping lets our mind organize and work through our thoughts." Amen to that. I refer to it as untangling the brain spaghetti, as if my all my thoughts inside my brain are quite tangled up, and they are. I have so many things going on inside of there that I sometimes struggle to make sense of them. And so, and sleeping is one of those wonderful things that allows me to go to bed and wake up and experience some clarity. And for me, journaling in the morning also has to journaling also helps me with doing that. When I start doing some free writing, I it just allows me to just sort of like untangle and get some insights that I wouldn't ordinarily get. Shauna says, yes, my grandmother used to say, when I stop working, that's when I'll die. Speaks to my programming. Yeah, I get it. I've heard that. I've heard that before as well. And I've seen it before. I've actually seen it in reality before. I actually worked with a guy who died 1 week after he retired. He was so excited to retire. And he talked about all about how he was going to do absolutely nothing, how he had worked his entire life, and that doing nothing was his reward. He was going to sit at home and do absolutely nothing in his retirement. And boy, did he, because about a week after he retired, we were going to his funeral. I think that, I think we have to realize that we are always working, that we should always have some project, that we should always have some end goal, that we should always have something that is bigger and more important that can't be accomplished in one day. And that we don't have to earn money in order for that thing to be important to us. That earning money is something that happens sometimes in our lives, but it causes us to mentally categorize stuff as either being work or not work. If I earn money for it, it's work. If I don't earn money for it, it's not work. In the end, we're always working, and so therefore, being industrious applies to us whether we are in a working world, whether we have corporate jobs, whether we're working for ourselves, whether we're retired. It is always important for us to dedicate our time and resources effectively. It's just that at different stages of our lives, we have different time and resource demands upon us. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll see what else Pepper comes up with for tomorrow, and then we'll be able to work through the cards for the week and see where they have taken us. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Good morning again to good morning again to Shauna and Susan, Jan, Tony, Dan. Wonderful to see everybody here today. I know Anita is coming in from Puerto Rico. We are international this morning, so good morning. All right, well, international, I guess, but Puerto Rico is a protectorate, but definitely intercontinental. And good morning. Yeah, so just good morning to you from Puerto Rico. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. I will talk to y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll be back with another one of these, and we will come up with the just the theme for the week. So talk to y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, it's your daily reminder. I love you. I care about you. I think that you're amazing. Think that you're awesome. And also, there will be no Awesome Saturday service this Saturday. I will be helping out at Carnival. So at the time Awesome Saturday service would ordinarily be, I will be over at Carnival helping to get that set up and helping to make an awesome event happen for all of my friends. And so I will talk to you guys on Friday and then again on Monday at 9. Until then, love you, appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Aloha from paradise.